And the legacy of Soul City lives on through people who remember when. It's been 45 years since the federal government pulled the plug on funding for this town. Many stories have been told about what it used to be, but I found that the soul in this city remains.
They felt very connected to Soul City, and I think symbolically this was the place where they wanted to have as their final resting place.
Every few months, you can find Floyd McKissick Jr. here.
My dad was buried here first back in 1991, and my mother was buried here in 2004.
They're buried in the heart of Soul City, land he owns today. A reminder of what could have been, a dream of his father's that never quite got off the ground.
Represented what he invested so much of his heart and soul in trying to bring Soul City to the place where he dreamt that it could be one day.
In 1969, Soul City was established. But by 1979, the multiracial community where everyone was supposed to have access to opportunity began to fade. Now, more than 40 years later, there are still signs it existed. McKissick was director of planning for Soul City at the time, working closely with his father. He told me majority of the funding used to build Warren New Tech High School came from Soul City. And the same for the Carr Lake Regional Water System that now serves 4 counties. This plaque inside the building recognizes his parents' vision. Today, the town is listed as Norlina, but some living here, like 72-year-old Geraldine Winston, remember the Soul City days.
It was so exciting.
She and her husband, William, believed in the up-and-coming town so much, they moved in this house 40 years ago.
But when all that got cut off, it was like, you know, a brick in your chest, like, wow, what happened? I wanted this to be a great place for my children.
Very, very hurt. But I had bought a house, so I wasn't gonna leave.
The Winstons raised their children here. For years, living with disappointment. The once growing and bustling city drying up before their eyes.
Some of them moved out and some died out.
And as new people move into this community, many don't know the rich history of the place they lay their heads at night.
That breaks my heart a little.
The older folks know, but the younger folks do not know nothing about Soul City.
Lee Green's grandparents have passed on stories of Soul City to him. And as new houses are built in this community, he's hopeful.
They are growing out there, yes, they are. Yeah, they are. It might soon, you know, become popular.
And that's what McKissick predicts. Not the city his dad dreamed of, but one that allows everyone to have a slice of the American dream.
Love to see it developed. We're not talking about building a new town, but to see new homes, new people come into the area.
And McKissick says he hopes the story of Soul City inspires the next generation. He says it's our responsibility to pass on stories of this town to make sure this history is not lost.